I'm Avi certified raw food educator and holistic health coach, helping women get rid of their stress, gain their energy back, and drop the pounds through nutrition and lifestyle changes without sacrificing their food favorites and authenticity. And in today's video, we are going to be discussing the top three lies that you're being told about nutrition. So drop me a comment, let me know where you're from first, and let me know if you want that busting myths cheat sheet that has all of the 10 top myths that you're being told about nutrition. So, the first one I want to start with is cheat days. For those of you who know me very, very well, you know I do not agree with cheat days. And the reason being is because it's not beneficial. It's not beneficial. There's no value in that. And I actually used to listen to people when I was on my very own health journey, and I was like, oh, well, this person looks fit, this person looks healthy, and they have cheat days. I'd watch people's videos and they would say, I ate well, I ate 80% healthy. I had my chicken and my rice and my whatever veggies, and I'm going to Cheesecake Factory. And I would listen to these people, and I'm thinking that's okay to do. It's okay to have a cheat day, until I had my very own experience with cheat days. So about 4 years ago, I was at Athleta and I was hosting an event. And at the time, I had liver damage. So, and I also didn't know what else was going on with my body. And at the time, I also wasn't that strict with my nutrition, didn't really, delve into all of that. And I was trying my own methods. So I'm at the function and I made these cookies and I ate one of the cookies. I was like, oh, everything in moderation, because cheat days, you eat, junk in moderation. It's okay to have it on Friday. It's okay to have it on Saturday. And there's a lot of people that have this mentality. So I was at this function and I had one of the cookies that I made, and all of a sudden my liver just started to hurt really fucking bad. I'm literally standing there holding my liver and someone's talking to me, and I'm like, oh, just like 1 second, one cookie. So from my own experience, I don't agree with cheat days. We'll get into the science of it, but from my own experience, it's not beneficial to your health. And I don't like when people tell people you can have a cheat day, everything in moderation. Treat yourself, because you don't really know where people's blood levels are at. You don't know their body, their biochemistry, how they're going to react with certain foods. You're just telling them to have a cheat day because you want to have a cheat day. If you want to have a cheat day, you have one. Don't tell other people to do that. You're putting your health at risk. Just from my own experience, the story I just told, I thought cheat days were okay, and it ended up putting my health at risk. Now, the science behind that is if you're eating these foods are not healthy for you. A lot of times when people have cheat days, they cheat with like Skittles and M&Ms and cheesecake, these heavily processed foods, these foods that break down your immune system. Sugar feeds cancer, sugar breaks down your immune system. Sugar is horrible for your white blood cells. High fructose corn syrup, the egg whites they use, cheese they use, it increases inflammation. So imagine doing that every single week, once a week. All of your hard work that went into eating healthy has now been sabotaged by you having a cheat day every single week. Everything in moderation can hurt you, and I've been that person. I had liver damage. I was pre-diabetic and found out I was actually diabetic, just from being exposed to cheat days and eating whatever I wanted and eventually putting my health at risk. So I don't agree with cheat days, and scientifically backed with science, they're not good for your body. You don't really know, where your health is at. If you're not getting regular blood levels or blood levels taken every 3 months, and you've never had a blood test, but you're like, I don't really care about my health, I don't really care what I'm eating. This is why people all of a sudden they die out of nowhere, because they're just eating foods. They're listening to these people who are supposed to know this stuff, and they end up, dying because they're not eating the foods that their body actually wants. Okay, so that's the reason why I don't agree with cheat days. I believe in going 100%, 100%. There's another reason why people actually cheat on their diet, and it's because they're doing another myth, which we'll get into a little later, dietary restriction. So, a lot of times when you're following these plans, and I've seen them, everybody does the same thing. They have the white rice, they have the fish, they have the sweet potato. They eat it every day, and they tell you that this is the only way for you to lose weight. And then they have you weigh it, and then they have you track it, and you lose weight, right? But your body doesn't need to stay with that diet. It doesn't need to be restricted. You can still eat the same foods, just create different recipes each day. You don't have to stay with that. Oh, let me track my calories. Let me do that. Well, like I said, we'll get into that a little bit later, but I wanted to give an intro to that because that's a reason why people do these cheat days. They do it because they don't like their diet, and they end up binge eating. They end up not sticking with it. They end up being miserable because the focus is not on your mental health. The focus is not on your spiritual health. The focus is not on your emotional health. It's on let's look good. But do you feel happy? Do you love your diet? Do you love your meals? Because that's restrictive. You're tracking it. Like, are we punching into work? Or are we actually eating for our health, for our holistic health, for longevity, that's not a sustainable diet. It's just not. So that's why I don't agree with the faulty science of cheat days. You won't stay on track. You'll get off track. Trust me, I've been there. I was like, well, shoot, I ate this. Let me just, you'll just go downhill. So my second one, oh, this one is the animal protein. All animals, whether it's meat, beef, fish, chicken, whatever it is, one of the top myths is that you have to have some form of animal protein in your nutrition to function at your optimum. This cannot be farther from the truth, okay? Animal protein, whether that's fish, whether it's chicken, whether it's lean meat, lean animal flesh, what have you, has no phytonutrients, has no phytochemicals, has no folate, has no antioxidants. Your cells are getting absolutely nothing from animal protein. Nothing. Will you have abs? Yep, and horrible bowel movements. I've been there too, because I did try to incorporate animal flesh. Okay, you will be backed up. Your digestion does not, and I'm sure people are going to disagree on that. I really don't care. That's my own personal experience in terms of digestion, but the science of it has no phytonutrients. It has no, to break down any of the food. It has no phytochemicals. It has no antioxidants to provide your cells with that necessary oxygen to prevent disease. It has nothing. It's not beneficial. It also has heterocyclic aminase, which is a cancer-causing compound. And it doesn't matter if it's lean meat or lean animal flesh, lean chicken, white chicken, whatever, what fish, what have you, they all have heterocyclic aminase, which is a cancer-causing compound. They also raise your cholesterol. So I see a lot of people that are like, oh, I'm going to do a low-fat diet and heighten my protein, my animal protein. In the meantime, you're heightening your cholesterol and you're gonna get neurodegenerative diseases. Why? Because you're not feeding your brain a DHA, EPA, omega 3s, omega 6s. You're so focused on physicality and that protein and the abs and that casket too, because that's eventually what's going to happen if your body is lacking the essential vitamins and nutrients. There's no value in that. There's absolutely none. So that's my second one. If you don't know, I'm not trying to get everyone to go vegan. I am a plant-based vegan. Trying to get people to incorporate more plant-based foods. Most of my clients do end up going vegan because they're like, well, what's the big issue with it? You could still eat the same stuff. It's just made with fruits, veggies, nuts, seeds, beans, what have you. So the third myth is that you have to restrict. I see this all the time, and I used to do it myself. It breaks your body down. You are putting yourself at risk for anemia. Thank you. You're putting yourself at risk for anemia. You're lowering your iron levels when you restrict. Dietary restriction is not healthy. I see people drinking water and eating a salad and doing the treadmill for an hour. That's not beneficial. It's not. And I so badly want you to want for yourself. I'm just planting seeds. I'm not trying to water you. Thank you. Thank you. It is an interesting message. Drop me a comment if you have questions, Julian. So I see this all the time, and I want to tell people, but I stay in my own zone, that you don't have to do that. Your body, there's so many delicious recipes. I give my clients a bunch of recipes. They're like, oh, I can have chocolate cake. I'm like, yeah, there's cocoa powder, there's medjool dates, there's like a bunch of different stuff you can put in there. I'm not going to tell it all. There's veggies that make it taste like it would originally. Let's look at the cake ingredients. Okay, you have eggs, flour, sugar, butter. Can you eat those by themselves? You're going to have a traffic jam in your liver. Your liver is going to say, you know what, I'm tired of processing these foods. I'm just going to get inflamed. You're going to get inflammation, breaking down your immune system again. So again, dietary restriction. Some people eat, a bag of chips and a water. I've been there too. I've tried everything. And what happens is, again, your body is void of the essential vitamins and nutrients. When you eat nutrient dense foods, such as plant-based foods, those are not in micronutrients. Micronutrients have no calories. Okay, so your body can digest it. To lose weight, a lot of people are saying you have to restrict to lose weight and you have to stay strict. And staying strict is staying within the lines of incorporating vitamins, essential oils. Those too help with weight loss. Thank you. Essential vitamins and nutrients that the body needs. That's what it needs. It doesn't need calorie counting and tracking. If you want to track it, you can. It's not going to hurt you. However, it's not a necessity. It's not a necessity to portion size your meals. It's just not. Drop me a comment below if you at any time want my blueprint on the myths busting cheat sheet, the top 10 myths. I explain them in detail, why they won't work for you long term, losing weight, getting rid of your stress, getting your energy back. They will drain your energy. Dietary restriction does not work for overall health, for your mental health. It's horrible for your mental health. You have this beautiful autonomic nervous system, the neurological system, this digestive system, and you're just breaking them down by taking from them. Like I said, a lot of people, when they do these restrictive diets, they load their salads with this blue cheese, this dairy rich product, which is inflammatory causing. It causes so many inflammatory disorders and joint dysfunction issues. It causes all of that. And then they throw chicken in there because they're listening to people who are telling them that this is beneficial. And like I said, they have heterocyclic amines, cancer causing compounds, and they're void of phytonutrients, phytochemicals antioxidants, vitamin E and folate. They're void of that. So what ends up happening is the body is like, I'm not getting any of the nutrients. So you're restricting, but you're not providing any nutritional value to your body for it to function at its optimum. So let's highlight the top 3 myths. Okay. So the first myth is cheat days. Cheat days are a no go. Second is animal protein. That's all things. That is seafood, which I don't consider food. I consider them souls. That's fish. That's animals. That's everything, beef, chicken, whatever people put a label on it. That's just animals to me. And 3 is dietary restriction. Drop a comment below to get my 10 myths cheat sheet. We're going to bust through those myths so you can stop restricting your diet and actually eat food and feel better and not have to worry and feel guilt ever again. Okay? I hope this video was helpful. Have a wonderful, healthy day.